Yo, what is going on, guys? Morris here, bringing us a brand new Busch Gardens video. And today's video, we're going to be talking about the haunted houses for Howl-O-Scream this year. We've been doing this for the last couple years, where once all the haunted houses are announced, we just talk and quickly break them down here on the channel. And I want to make another video because my last video I made last week was a bit of a downer, a bit more of a negative video. I don't want to leave things on a bad note, so I want to come back with a much more positive video and talk about one of my favorite times of the year, which is the Howl-O-Scream season of Busch Gardens. And we're talking about these haunted houses because they got some really cool ones coming this year, and I'm really excited to talk about them, so let's get it. But before we jump into today's video, my new single, Till the Wheels Fall Off, is out now where I listen to music, so make sure you go check it out. It is the 4th single from my upcoming album, Live Again. The 5th single will be coming very soon, and you guys will be hearing the album also very soon. So make sure you're ready for that wherever you listen to your music. But to kick off this video, we got 2 new haunted houses this year, and one is Werewolves, The Wolf's Revenge. And it sounds familiar because it's just like the Big Bad Wolf, The Wolf's Revenge, that just recently opened a new roller coaster, and I really like that Busch Gardens is really just kind of full sending into the Big Bad Wolf lore this year. And I think this is a really cool idea. It's really practical, which is really good. And we know from the past they have a bunch of props and things that they can use for the werewolves, because they had the cages back in the the wild reserve area way back years ago, and they they have so many wolf costumes. I think it would be just fun for everyone to go around, do the howling. They kind of hinted at it last year at the member event for the Passport to Summer, where they said we're always planning for the future, and they had people do the howls. It's always been very much like, you're really going to dive in with this Big Bad Wolf theme for a lot of stuff, aren't you? And we're seeing it now that they really are going to lean into that a lot with territories and a haunted house now, as well as the ride itself. And so what this haunted house is basically going to be, is basically going to be the story of the Big Bad Wolf roller coaster. The wolves return to the village to, destroy the village and also chase down the hunters that have been hunting it for years. And it's just going to be a more darker, bloodier take on it. So I'm super excited about this. I really think that scare actors are going to have a great time with it. I think the set dressing is going to be really cool. It's still going to be in that little back place in the back of the forest behind the railroad tracks. So I'm really excited for how they're going to do this. I think there's just a lot of opportunities, especially with the sound effects, to be like, what's a real person and what is sound being imported into the space. So it's really exciting for just the werewolves. I love werewolves. I think it's just such an easy concept to build upon. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. And then next is Bloodshot. And Bloodshot is going to be replacing Lost Mines in Pompeii. Lost Mines was always cool in concept, but I feel like they can never really nail down what the idea behind the whole entire haunted house was going to be. And it always just fell a little flat. It was really cool, do a good job making you feel very confined, but really when it came to the story of the haunted house and just to follow through, I don't know. I thought they did some really cool things with it last year, and I thought it could have stuck around, but I really like where they're going with it, because I've been a big proponent for them to bring back the vampires and really make them a staple of Howl-O-Scream. And we know they had the big vampire dive bar thing in Oktoberfest for many years, and they've always hinted at bringing that back. Germany used to be overtaken by the vampires at one point, so now we're getting a little piece of that back, and it's going to be in Pompeii, and it's going to be Bloodshot, a dive bar themed haunted house about, we got the vampires, you got bloodthirsty vampires. And I really like the story for this one. It's like, if you get into the dive bar, you better hope they don't run out of the drinks, because the vampires are going to get thirsty and they'll come after you. I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's an opportunity for the scare actors to get really kind of up in your grill, which is, I think some people like, is for there to be a reason for them to kind of get in your face. Obviously, they won't actually make contact, but get really up close with you and really interact with you and really try to scare you. I think when you have the vampires and the fangs that'll probably glow in the dark, or like black light, whatever, I think it's going to be really cool, and they can kind of chase you throughout the haunted house. So it's going to be a really interesting one. With a lot of these, you have to kind of hold your breath with it in a way, because you got to hope, all right, how many people are going to be in there? What's the set dressing going to be like? There's just a lot of things up in the air about what is the haunted house experience really going to be like. I'm excited for it. I think it's a really cool thing. I love vampires, so anything vampire related, I'm super excited for. And then returning, we got Clown Town, which is over behind Dark Coaster and the Fest House. And I really love that one. That one was a lot of fun last year. Really, it gets you right from the beginning with that big air thing that just kind of traps you inside, and I think it's just really cool with the mirrors. That's always super disorienting, and the little games and stuff. I did it during the daytime last year. Hopefully do it more at nighttime. I really enjoyed that one. That was a lot of fun. Anytime you got clowns involved, you're always going to open yourself up for a really good haunted house. And I thought they knocked it out the park last year, literally. with Clowntown, and I'm excited to see what they do to build upon it going into this year, because there's just a lot of opportunities you have with the clowns. I thought that one was really well populated, and it was nice. It was a long one too. It was a long haunted house, so it felt like you were really getting your time's worth of waiting in that line for that one. And then we got Deathwater Bayou. This one's become like a big staple of Howl-O-Scream at Busch Gardens now. I like it. It's not as good as it used to be. I thought it took a real big dip last year in just some of the thematic elements, some of the scenic elements, and sensory moments. I thought that was a big issue from last year, from years past. Obviously with the big like air lagoon thing where you walk into the room, it's like a big swamp. That was missing last year. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hopefully they bring that back, because I think that's just a really cool disorienting effect. But that one, it's really good if it's populated. I think in my experiences, just my personal experiences, it hasn't been super populated when I've been there. So I think I just need to go on a better night, honestly, when it comes to Deathwater Bayou. But I love the thematic elements. I love the rooms. I love the introductions you get to it. And the whole area, like I said in the video talking about the territories, the Deathwater Bayou, you know, that whole area has so much potential, and I just want to see it reach that potential, because it's really cool. It's really cool. You can do so much with that Mardi Gras, New Orleans theme with Deathwater Bayou and the jazz music. There's so much you can do. Really want to see them just really take it to that next level. And next one is Killarney Diner Condemned. It is the other staple with Deathwater Bayou. And I'm excited that it's back. Again, just like Deathwater Bayou, this is one that has kind of suffered some downgrades over the years, and you really want to see them bring it back. It's just a lot shorter. There's a lot of rooms that are missing, a lot of elements that are missing. You know, the big car thing, the car would zoom up to you. Like, where's that been? I don't know. And the strobe room, which was really cool at disorienting you, that's been gone. I don't know what has called these downgrades to Killarney Diner and Deathwater Bayou, but these are two great haunted houses that I really want to see succeed and continue to grow and continue to improve. I'm really excited about this one. I love it. I love like the 50s theme to a lot of it. I love the music as you're going in. I love the costume design. I love the big diner room and the city street you can walk through. It's really cool. I just want to see him improve it and kind of take it back to like the OG version. I know it's like a staffing thing, a budgeting thing. I don't know exactly all the ins and outs, but we have seen what it can be, and I want to see it return to that. But I really like the lineup for haunted houses this year. I'm not going to go too in-depth with the ones that have already been around for years, because it'd be basically saying the same thing I've said over and over again. And if you want that, I got 2 years worth of videos for those. But I'm really excited for this. Obviously, Clowntown is one of my favorites, probably my favorite of last year. And Killarney Diner is always a solid. Deathwater Bayou is always fun, even if it's not super scary. And I'm really excited for the Werewolf and Bloodshot. That's going to be really cool. I think there's just so much they can do with it, so much opportunity. And I think it's something that scare actors get really excited about when it comes to new opportunities and new haunted houses, to really try new things in the acting realm and play with that space a lot better. And I think that space that they have for the Werewolf haunted house is just so good. Back there behind the Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge. And I think that whole area is just going to be brought to life so much better than it has been in years past. And then obviously with Bloodshot and Pompeii, it really seems like they're really trying to nail down an idea of a haunted house to keep in Pompeii. And they're committed. They're going to get something working in there. And I'm really excited for Bloodshot. I think everyone really is a sucker for vampire-themed things, especially for a haunted house. So for them to do a vampire haunted house, I think they're going to knock it out the park. And the theme is going to be really cool. I think it'll be really disorienting with the music and strobe lights, because it is going to be a like dive bar theme. So it has this really dark element, but it's a lot of stuff they can do to play with it in the scenic realm to really mess with your mind. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these haunted houses for this year. Are you excited for Howl-O-Scream like I am? I'm going into September, so hope to see some of you guys there before the 5K, the Fiend's Frenzy 5K, running it back this year. Hopefully going to do better than I did last year. But yeah, let's get it. Howl-O-Scream is almost here. Let's go. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed. Make sure that bell button down below so you find every single time I put a brand new video to the channel. Make sure to go check out my new song, Till the Wheels Fall Off, wherever you listen to your music. Go check out the Patreon, a bunch of behind-the-scenes content, extended Busch Gardens vlogs there, and helps keeps this ship sailing here on the channel. And thank you all for watching. My name is Morse, and I'm out. Peace.
I don't care if the road never stops. I'm gonna ride with you till the wheels fall off.